in the recent couple of weeks. Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard said that detectives are investigating yet another round of residential break-ins, particularly in quote unquote higher end areas across Oakland County. We also know that similar incidents have also been on the rise in neighboring Wayne County as well. And so this is not the first time this has happened in recent months. A previous round of these break-ins in high-end homes in the county resulted in losses totaling about $1 million per month. And some victims included names that everybody would know, in quotes, from Sheriff Bouchard. So how do you protect your home, whether you are in a higher end home or you're living near celebrities in our community, or you're just in your modest neighborhood home across the greater West Bloomfield area? Joining us to talk about the many ways you can protect your home and your belongings is Officer James Pettinato from the West Bloomfield Police Department. Officer, thank you for being with us.
Morning, Tyler. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, happy to have you here to talk to us about a really important topic, because not only are people in higher end homes from these more organized groups being targeted by potential thieves, this is something that can be a lot of what they're taking advantage of are things that others that may be looking to break into a home and steal some belongings, or even just break into your car or other areas in our community. Some of the similar MOs to them. So let's start from the basic level about this particular set of incidents that have yet again arisen in Oakland County. What do you know about this, and what should the residents know from our local police perspective on this issue that's yet again arisen in Oakland County?
Yeah, no matter your net worth, you want to protect your home. So you need to help us help you prevent crime.
Yeah, and so let's dive into now some of the ways that we can do that, because we've heard in all the time we hear about people that have had belongings stolen from their cars, and even had maybe their homes broken into for just simple little quick snatch and grab robberies here and there. A lot of what we hear is that these are quote unquote crimes of opportunity. So how do we go about limiting that opportunity in the most basic ways in our homes and other spaces?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're going out on vacation, don't post your business online. Your children, you want to make sure they're not posting your business online. You want to make the home appear occupied. So the use of lights, timers, and then number one thing you can do is lock doors, windows. If you have a door wall, use a Charlie bar. You want a neighbor to come check on your house, or family member when you're away. You want to make sure that mail stopped. You want to make sure the newspaper stopped. So giving no indication that you are away from the home.
All important advice, especially as people that may be looking for opportunities to break into a home in our community or neighboring communities, may be looking for opportunities to do that, particularly when nobody is there. Because it helps them prevent themselves from being detected and possibly apprehended for their crimes, and also because they just simply don't want to interact with people when they're committing these crimes. And so those preventative measures are about creating an appearance to help protect yourself and protect your homes as well. And in terms of what else others in our community can do, Officer Pettinato, are there other steps they can take with our local police department if they want to also put some extra protections in place? There are some departments that will do some home checks, drive by the home a couple times throughout the week to check in if that's reported. I'm not sure if that's something that happens in West Bloomfield, but are there similar steps that people in our community can take in that regard?
Sure. I'd like to tell residents that you can go to wbtownship.org and look for the the drop down for government. It's going to be under police. There's a crime prevention section there. I'm the crime prevention officer. Um, on there, you're going to find a vacation notification form. You're also going to find a checklist for securing your home while you're away on vacation. And then also, with today's technology, you're more connected to neighbors than ever. So subscribe to some of that uh, next door, neighbors ring. So you know what's going on in the neighborhood. So you can share video, you can talk to other neighbors about suspicious activity, and you want to report that suspicious activity to us, whether it be persons or vehicles in the neighborhood that you don't recognize, that don't appear to be there for a legitimate reason, or that you don't recognize. Please call us at 248-975-9200, and we will check it out.
Officer James Pettinato with us, crime prevention officer with the West Bloomfield Police Department on today's edition of the program, as it has been reported recently that another uptick in a round of break-ins and high-end homes across Oakland County and surrounding areas, reports to the Oakland County Sheriff last week on that front. And so we're talking about ways that you can protect your home, whether you're out and about throughout the day or maybe you're going out on vacation this time of the year. Certainly we're getting closer to the spring and summer where people may go out of town for a weekend or take a week out on the other side of the state, going to the beaches and many different tourist locations in our state. And Officer Pettinato, you mentioned reporting suspicious activity. Now, some activities are pretty obvious to be suspicious, and others, it may just be someone's unfamiliar. They're looking for a home. They're looking to find their friend's home that they're going to a party at, or they're visiting, or they're picking up to go take to the airport. So, what should people be looking out for to decipher suspicious activity from unusual but innocent activity in their communities?
Well, that's a judgment call. Knowing your neighbors, knowing what vehicles come and go, what kind of vehicles they have. So when I do security surveys, I always tell people to keep bushes trimmed down to 3 feet and trees trimmed up to 6 feet. And this is so you have a line of sight of your neighbors' homes. So you are our best eyes out there. We can only be in so many places. So when you know what's going on in your street, in your community, you're able to assist us.
More information can be found on wbtownship.org. Navigate through their government tab to the police department for helpful advice, information, and contact info for the West Bloomfield Police Department. And find even more crime prevention tips and helpful information for the West Bloomfield Township community on their Facebook page, facebook.com/West Bloomfield PD. Officer Pettinato, any other lasting advice for us as we are looking to protect our homes inside and outside while we're home and while we're away at this time?
Yes, these summer months, we see a lot of break-ins in vehicles. So we're gonna again advise our residents to lock their cars. Number one, take all the valuables out. So all the cords for their phones, hide them, tuck them away. All the valuables out, no firearms in the car, and bring that all inside for the night. Or even if you're going out to a shopping plaza, they've been targeted at your house and at shopping plazas. So make sure everything's out and you lock those doors.
More information and these helpful tips again, Facebook at West Bloomfield PD, or find the Facebook page and the website for your local police department across our four communities. As Officer Pettinato said, we tend to see this time of the year more break-ins of cars. Those are often crimes of opportunity, unlocked vehicles, belongings, especially valuables, in plain sight. So much that you can do and so much great advice from our friends at the West Bloomfield Township Police Department. Officer Pettinato, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Tyler.